What's up guys, it's Tim from Everyday Tactical Vids, and as you can see, today we're taking a look at the Ultimate Survival Technologies Base Kit 3.0. I met these guys out at SHOT Show 2013 this past year, and they gave me a bunch of different products to review, and this is the first one I'm taking a look at. If you want to check out their website, it is ultimatesurvivaltech.com, so ultimatesurvivaltech.com. And when you go there, you'll see they have survival items for marine, aviation, outdoor, and then government and law enforcement as well. So this is a super compact kit that you can throw in a cargo pocket, and it'll give you a bunch of different things in a very, very compact form. So with this, you have something to start a fire. You've got the wet fire, which is I'll talk about that, but it's a way to basically get fire going quickly. Compass, got a light here, a strobe, you got a whistle, two options for blade, and then you have a pack that it actually fits in. And I'll take this all out and put it into the pack so you can see how compact it is. One thing I like to talk about on Everyday Tactical Vids is the purposes, for which items are created. So sometimes you'll find an item that's marketed as, the best survival knife ever, and it's, $7, and you're like, that's probably not going to hold up that long or, be a great item. This guy, however, is not marketed as, like the ultimate bailout bag. This is a simple thing you can throw into your pocket, throw into your back pocket, your cargo pocket, have it in your car. If you're a woman, keep it in your pocketbook. And this will give you a bunch of different options when it comes to having some basic tools for a survival situation. So we'll open this guy up and look at some of the things in depth, and then I'll actually, I'm going to get out and try some of these guys out tomorrow when I'm out in the woods, and we'll get some video of that as well. So let's break this open and take a look at some of the products. When you open up the package, one of the first things you'll see is this guy, and this is, as you can tell, the universal contents list and instructions for all base kits. There are 3 different levels: the standard, the intermediate, and the advanced. And when you open this guy up, you can see there's a description of a ton of different items, and there is an overlap between the different kits. Some of the items are in all kits or multiple kits, but between all those kits you have a full description of all the different items and how to use them in this little pamphlet. So that's good, and you can fold this up, make it nice and compact, and then actually stick it in the bag, which I'll show you in a minute. But that's it's good to know that you have instructions in case you ever get in a situation you got to use this stuff and you're not totally familiar with it. All right, let's look at some of the contents now. So first up we have the Sparky here, and this is your fire starter. Super compact. You can see, just squeeze the 2 sides together and that'll open it up. Got a opening here, a hole here if you want to run some paracord through there. And I'll just show you real quick down here. You kind of squeeze it and then press it down, and you can see that's how you're going to get your fire started. They say this guy is good for 200 sparks, or 200 strikes. So you can see it does create a pretty good spark, and it actually does send some material off to land into your tinder. So that's cool. And then you can just, let's see if I can compress it back in. Yep, clicks into space, and you can see very small. So item number 1. Next up here we have Wet Fire, and this is their fire starter, and it's made for starting fire whether it's wet, it's cold, whatever's going on. Essentially what you do is you open up, you scrape a little bit off, and then spark it, and it'll go up. And if you check out the other video I have, you'll see that they actually light it on top of water. So great option there for when it comes to actually starting your fire. You do get 2 of these in your pack. Again, very compact, very small. So that's item number 2. Next up we have what they call their Tag It signal light. And this guy's actually quite cool because it has multiple features. First, you can see that you have a little carabiner option here, so you can put it onto a bag or something like that. It is plastic, but it does seem quite durable. I actually did drop it, and it seems like it's going to hold up. So one of the cool features about this guy is that when you turn it, you turn it on here. Let me just crank it. So you got this strobe feature, and this is able to be seen up to 2 miles away. So that's really cool as far as letting somebody know there, keeping cars away if you're on the side of the road or whatever it might be. The other thing that's cool is that if you crank it totally open, I'll show you this in a second, depending on how you set the batteries up, the plus side up or the plus side facing down, it's either a strobe or a steady light. So let me open this guy up and we'll show you what the steady light looks like now. So here it is. I flip the battery around, and then when you turn it to on, now it is fully on. So that's actually quite a cool technology, I think. Just by flipping the battery on, you get 2 different options for your light. So that is the next item in the kit. Next up we have your blades, and there are actually 2 in here. The first one I'm showing you is the serrated one. You can see that has teeth on it, and they say actually 24 teeth per inch on this guy. So I'll get out my tape measure here, and just to give you the total size, you're talking about almost 2 inches of blade, and then about 4.5 or so inches total for the length. They say you can actually saw through rebar with this. They say it takes 25 minutes. So just to give you a little sense of it is durable, it's definitely gonna last you for a while. And then when you open the other blade up, let me just get this guy out of the way. And this they call a razor, so you can tell it's just a very sharp straight edge. So you're not going to be doing batoning with this thing, but that's not the purpose of it. This is just a simple survival blade if you had in a situation where you needed something really sharp. So one other feature about this guy that's cool is if you look, you can see you've kind of got like a little measuring stick there, a measuring tape, and on the other side, let me adjust it so you can see. Looks like another option there. One thing that's weird is they don't put any numbers there, so you'd have to. Good thing to do would be get a Sharpie out and kind of write something in, at least for the some of the larger measurements. But cool to have that, just to be able to have a little measuring stick, if you will, there. A couple more items. We have the Jetstream floating whistle. This guy is 122 decibels. Obviously, it is floating, and you get this little paracord, so you can even attach this to the light and keep it together. I could blow this thing and you can hear how loud it is, but that's not going to give you a great sense on the video. But just trust me, quite loud, and purpose is obviously for signaling. So nice and lightweight, and it does float. Got a tiny little compass here, and I have been using it just to see if it does work. Sometimes you get these tiny ones and they don't work so well. This guy will actually respond to where you point it. Let's see if I can get it to do that. So let's see. Yeah, you can see it's turning toward north. So very small, and you could actually you can see here if you look, you can run a strap through there or something like that. So compass, obviously good for figuring out direction of travel and things like that. And then last up we have their Aquamira water purification tablets. Now, one thing they do note, as I'm just looking through their notes here about the water purification tablets, is that it treats the water in 4 hours. So one tablet treats 1 liter of water, and they know it says makes contaminated water suitable for drinking, kills at least 99% of bacteria and viruses, and so 4 hours. That is the one downside to this thing. So if you get the general aqua tablets that you can get out there for water purification, usually within half an hour, you're definitely good to go. And obviously boiling is your best option, but better to have this than nothing at all. So that's all the stuff that comes in the kit. And then you get this little bag here that you can actually put everything in. It says patented leak-proof airtight seal, and then certified waterproof to 200 feet or 60 meters, tested and approved by the Navy Experimental Diving Unit. So I'm going to put all the items in this just to show you what it actually looks like when it's all packaged up, and just to give you some sizes here. You can tell about 5 inches by 4 inches. All right, let's bag it up now. When it's all said and done, this is what it looks like when it's all bagged up. As you can see, basically, fits in my hand very nicely. I just purposely toss the things in. They don't want to make it really neat and take a lot of time to package them up, just to see if it actually fits the stuff without a ton of work. And it does. Now, let me just take this and zoom back a little bit here with my camera. And then this is, again, something you could throw into your pocket. No big deal. You got a couple basic options. If you guys have seen my other video, my survival bailout bag that I keep in my car, it is a very large, it's not huge, but it's quite a big, like a range bag. Now I'm working on a kind of smaller, more compact survival bag. That's it. So that's a deployment bag made by Voodoo Tactical, but just compare the sizes here. Put this guy down and put this guy on top. Certainly this bottom bag is going to give you, keep that from falling off here. This bottom bag is going to give you a lot more options, a lot more survival capability, but you're talking about weight constraints, talking about size constraints. This guy is super compact, and again, the items, they serve a purpose. And if you get in a situation where you just need a tiny little survival kit, this is a great thing to have as what they call a base kit. So, in conclusion, for a pre-made, super compact, basic survival kit, I think this guy gets a thumbs up. Now, if you're one of those people who wants to build, your own bailout bag or survival bag, this is going to be probably too small for you. But the technology in this, the pieces in this, you can actually buy one of these and then put this whole thing, boom, right in your larger bag, in addition to, clothing, food, other options like that. So I actually like this guy. I look forward to getting out and using some of these things in the woods. And when I do that, I'll give you guys an update on how it's functioning. But right now, the Base Kit 3.0 from Ultimate Survival Technologies, for what it's built to do, I think actually does the job. So thanks for checking out the video, guys. We'll see you soon.